So today topic is gel filtration chromatography. This is a unique chromatography for separation of protein mixtures based on the shape and size. This is only chromatography is available for separation of proteins uh, based on the shape and size. Compared to SDS and 2D electrophoresis, other electrophoresis are is there, but those techniques are collectively called separation technique. The chromatography is the uh, isolation plus separation technique. We can isolate the protein from the non-proteinous genus mixture. For example, we are separate the protein from cell-free system. We are separate the protein from filtrate. So whatever it is. Moreover, we can separate the proteins from the proteinous mixtures. It contains uh, large size or different size of proteins. Okay, it's the only technique available. So after that, after separation of proteins by this gel filtration chromatography, we can use various purposes. Okay, this chromatography are sometimes called gel permeation chromatography, or sometimes called molecular sieve chromatography, sometimes called gel exclusion chromatography. So, gel filtration, gel exclusion, molecular sieve chromatography, and gel permeation chromatography. Those are same. So that means what are the functions are there in the stationary phase? We can classify it based on that. Okay. So, what is the basic principles of this gel filtration chromatography and how it works? So, a lot of information we are going to learn. So, please carefully let's go. Okay, gel filtration chromatography were first invented or introduced by A.J. Borath and P. Flodin in 1959. So this chromatography was recently invented. So it's called advanced version of chromatography for separation of proteins. Okay. Gel filtration chromatography is also known as gel permeation chromatography, exclusion chromatography, or molecular sieve chromatography. Why? Why the chromatography called like this name? Means some of the proteins are during the separation. Some of the proteins are small size of the proteins get retarded or included into the gel. Yes. So the gel have some permeation properties. So those properties of gel beads we are employed here. So it's called gel permeation chromatography. Some of the proteins are excluded from the gel beads if the protein size greater than the gel beads. Yes. So all proteins are never included, only excluded. So it's called gel exclusion chromatography. So we can change the concentration followed by we change the size of the gel beads and also lot of pores. This is called molecular sieve chromatography. So all are same. Yes. Gel filtration chromatography separates molecules according to their shape and size alone. Please keep in mind. Yes, only shape and size. Okay. If if the size of the molecule is larger than the pore size of the molecule is larger than the pore size, so the large size of molecules are never included, only excluded. So it's completely excluded. The KD is equal to 0. So what is mean by KD means? The KD means a distribution coefficient of the given molecule. Yes, it's called KD. So if you are choosing the largest of molecule, then the pore size, the total number of molecules are completely excluded. So the chromatography, the KD value is 0. Similarly, if the size of the molecule is smaller than the pore size, So those molecules, small molecules, are completely included, completely retarded, completely retarded. Retarded means those molecules are enter into the gel beads because the gel beads have some ideal properties. Yes, so the small molecules of proteins enter into the gel beads. So we can never attain the complete illusion of the sample. So the time the KD value is equal to 1. So the results are produced from this chromatography only based on the KD. Yes, uh, what the KD value is important here. Whether it's the sample is completely eluted, the KD is 0. So we try to attain this level. Yes, this is the impairment level. So if the sample contains small molecules, then the pore size is we can easily determine by the KD value is 1. Okay. Uh, the molecules size within or between within the gel beads or between the gel beads. This is more important. If the molecule is small size, the molecule enter the gel beads. If the molecule is greater than the pore size, it can elute. Maybe the molecules present between the gel beads, within the gel beads, between the gel beads. Yes. So finally, we determine the KD value around 0 to 1 range. 0 to 1 range, we can determine the um, rate of elution. Okay. So this is the image, only show the properties of the gel beads. Here, gel beads is the stationary phase. Yes. So this look like a gel bead. The blue color ball look like as a gel beads. This gel beads are made some monomers using some monomers. The monomers are get polymerized through by the cross linked. Monomers are cross linked. Finally, it's formed three-dimensional molecular network. Look like a across gel, mesh network of polymerized gel. Yes. It contains a linear chain or cross link. Yes. Finally, look like a net or mesh network. Okay. So this nature of the gel, sometimes it's opening. It has some opening. Yes. This opening is more important here. Yes, but the gels are form a bead. Beads means small like ball structure. Okay, this ball-like structure, it's form the form of gel. It's called gel beads. The beads contain some opening. Yes. So you look like this picture. This is the gel beads. Uh, if the pore size of the gel beads uh, is smaller than the large molecule, the large molecule never included, never retarded into the gel beads. So those molecules are separated only in the space between the gel beads. So you know this is the another gel beads like this is the space between the gel beads. So those molecules are only migrated from here. So this time completely all molecules are eluted out. The KD value is 0. Compared to suppose the sample containing small size of protein molecules, if the protein size of the protein molecule is smaller than the pore size, so the molecules getting into the inside the gel bead. So go and sit the inside of the gel beads. This is called inclusion chromatography. Inclusion chromatography. So by this inclusion retardation, finally we never elute the complete sample molecule. Yes. So the time the KD value is 1. Yes. Okay, this is the important behavior of the gel beads. Okay. Suppose if you are using salt and small size of molecules flow through the resin buds. through the resin buds. The sample molecule proteins pass around the resin beads. Yes, if the size of the molecule is more important here. Okay. All the pores in the beads are not uniform in size. Yes, because we are using some concentration of stationary phase and we get polymerized. So after polymerization, all beads are not uniform in size. Some of the beads are bigger in size, some of the beads are small in size. Okay, but even the ununiformed size of gel beads contains some uniform pore size. Uniform pore size. This is called pore size distribution. Pore size distribution. Yes. Okay. So this is important point. This pore size, this uniform pore size between the gel beads uh, is responsible for allow the separation of same shape and size of the molecule. So finally we got the same and same shape and size of the proteins we got. But the gel beads are different shape, either large and small. But between the gel beads, the pore is sometimes uniform. So those space required for us, the corresponding shape and size of the proteins are separated at the time of filtration. Okay. Therefore, the pore size distribution is, listen carefully. The pore size distribution means the space between the gel beads is called pore size. Is important. The gel matrix determines the fractionation range. Fractionation range means we got a different type of different shape and size of the proteins. We have finally we separate the same shape and size of the protein from the mixture. This is called fractionation range. The pose is more important in the gel filtration chromatography. Okay. Okay. Finally, number of parameters are required. That means column size and what type of gel and how it's polymerized, how much of volume is required, uh, how much volume of buffer is required, how much volume of sample is required, how much concentration of sample is required, and how to identify the rate of migration because proteins are colorless. Yes. How we collect the fractions, how we identify the fractions, what are the determination or data processing. So those number of factors are there because we are dealing the proteins, especially protein mixtures. Okay. So as number of parameters are there. The first parameter is column size. Okay. The column size is more important in the uh, gel filtration chromatography. You know very well, the column contains gel beads alone. Gel beads as a stationary phase. Gel beads made up of variety of stationary phase like saccharose, agarose, polyacrylamide, and vinyl polymer, etc. A number of synthetic polymers are still available. Okay, this is the major stationary phase we are using. This stationary phase, according to their property, we can classify into two. The saccharose and agarose based gels are offer the great rigidity and large pore size than the Sephadex and polyacrylamide gels. Suppose, finally we concluded, if you want to separate the large size of protein, large shape and size of the protein, you can use agarose or agarose based gels for getting the better resolution. If you are going to separate the small size of the protein, if you are choosing the gel beads by Sephadex and polyacrylamide gels. Yes, this is the basic difference between the gel beads stationary phase. Yes, according to their making, the suitable for fractionation range, whether it's large protein, whether it's large DNA, large RNA, even large virus. Yes. The virus also separated by this gel permeable chromatography. You know the size of the virus. They exhibit nanometer size. We can separate it by uh, this gel permeable chromatography. How means we can change the alteration of pore size of the gel beads. Similarly, small size of proteins, small DNAs, small RNAs, and small virus using Cephaldex and polyacrylamide gel. Because these four stationary phases are exhibiting the variety of uh, gel beads. Yes. Hundreds of such gel matrix are available in commercially also. Those commercial gel beads are produced some different companies. The food suitable for corresponding proteins. Even the column containing corresponding stationary phase and corresponding gel beads also commercially available. This is called a packed column. The packed column also commercially available. So what type of protein you can want to separate, you can go easily to purchase from the various companies. Okay. Because this is more important, the separation, especially in the gel permeable chromatography. Okay. The column size, first parameter is column size. The column size exactly determined by this formula. This formula. This is the famous formula Vt is equal to V0 plus Vm plus Vi. Yes. The Vt means the total bit volume. Total bit volume means if you are choosing the column, yes, this is considered as a column. Yes, uh, this is the total bed volume. This is the total bed volume means. So how much length of column was occupied by the gel beads? How much length of the column was occupied by the gel beads is called Vt. This is called Vt. This is total bed volume. Yes. This is equal to VO. VO means wide volume. This is called wide volume. Very important phenomena in the especially in the gel permeable chromatography. Wide volume means wide volume means the space between the gel beads. The total space between the gel beads is called wide volume. Yes, it's more important than the other. Okay. This is the space. This is the space between the gel beads is called wide volume. Wide volume plus volume of mass. Volume of mass means some mass of volume of stationary phase you are using. Yes. Thus, stationary phase mass to occupy some volume. Yes. In the total Vt is called Vm. Volume of mass of stationary phase occupied in the column plus volume of inner space. Volume of inner space means if you are taking the gel beads, yes, this is volume of mass occupied in the column, the space between the gel beads occupied some column. After polymerization, the gel beads within the gel beads also containing some space because it's open, yes, it's open cross link, and also it exhibit beads. So the space in the gel beads is called VI, volume of inner space, volume of the inner space, otherwise called matrix volume of the gel. Matrix volume of the gel. Inner matrix inner volume of the gel. This is internal volume of the gel. Yes. That means the gel beads mass occupied by the Vt. So Vt is equal to V0 plus Vm plus Va. It's more important. This parameters will determine the column size. Okay. Here you can easily differentiate what is called VM, VI, and VT. This is total bed volumes called VT. Yes. VO is equal. This is a space. This space is called VO. It's called wide volume. The wide volume will give variety of information from the gel spectroscopy. Okay. VI means the volume of the space within the gel beads. Yes, this is called VI. VM means the mass of the stationary phase occupied by the column. So please keep your mind. This is more important. Okay. Here, simply explain how the separation H. This is the column containing gel beads. Okay. If you are adding the sample, before adding the sample, we can calibrate the column. The calibration is more important. The calibration sometimes called activation. Is the column or the stationary phase ready to separate. It's more important. It's called activation. Yes. A lot of processes are there. I'm simply saying just the activation. Okay. After activation, we are adding sample. The sample containing some salts, impurities, or large of protein, small of protein. Yes, and also medium size of protein also there. If the pore size is greater, than the large size of molecule, the space, this space is greater than the large size of molecule. The large molecules are eluted out first. Yes, eluted out here. Yes. Because these molecules are never included. Okay. Compared to small size of molecule, the small size of molecule is the size of the molecule is less than the pore size of the gel pitch. Pore size of the gel pitch or opening of the gel pitch is maybe the small molecules are go to inside. You look like this. Yes, this is small molecule. Small molecules are go to inside. Yes, go to inside. Okay. This is called inclusion. Okay. Some of the protein, some of the impurities, either the salt is main impurities in the protein mixture. Why? Why means you know very well. If you are preparing a sample for gel perimeter chromatography, you do some steps for preparation. How means if you are taking the sample cell, maybe tissue, plant cell, whatever it is, either bacteria or fungi. Okay. After getting the sample, you can digest the sample. Yes, digested using lysosome, HDS, and other mechanical force like sonication or ultra sound, whatever it is, mechanical shearing, whatever it is. You can disturb the cells. After that, you can centrifuge the cell mixture. Once you are centrifuge, you got some different type of bands according to their mass. Once you are the large size of molecule deposited in the bottom of the centrifuge tube, remaining molecules are settled based on the mass. Yes, very small size of uh, mass of molecule may be set on the top of the centrifuge tube. Okay. So this is a primary centrifugation separation. We can separate. Okay. Once we separate the specific protein bands from the centrifugation, so the sample mixture containing variety of proteins. You know very well, a sample cell containing number of proteins, million number of proteins, from histone to from transcription factor to rho factor, reg factor, what number of proteins are there? Up to cell surface protein also. Variety of the enzymes, lot of proteins are there. All proteins are present in the mixture. Yes. Once you prepare the protein mixture, First you do the one thing. First you separate and sediment the protein from the mixture by using addition of salt. The name of the salt is called ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate precipitation is the famous technique. Especially 4% of ammonium sulfate precipitation is more uh, familiar than the other method. The time you are adding the salt is to involve the sedimentation, the principles of coagulation. Finally, the protein shall get um, deposited or precipitate in the bottom. So after precipitation, you to collect the precipitate, once again you do on the technique. It's called dialysis. Dialysis means the removal of salt or removal of impurities from the uh, protein mixture. Yes, from the precipitate. Yes, the dialysis is more important. After dialysis, some of the salts are there in the protein mixture because dialysis was never removed completely of the salts. Yes, so after dialysis, the protein sample, protein mixtures is ready for separation of gel pigmentation chromatography. This is the way you prepare the sample for gel pigmentation chromatography. That means if you are taking the sample and hydrolysis or digest the sample, one centrifugation followed by centrifugation, you precipitate one by dialysis. So after dialysis, the sample ready to separation for gel film chromatography. So the sample containing salts. You know why the salts may be present in the impurities? Yes. Okay. So those salts are small size molecule. It also included into the gel page. Yes. So I am already said what is called this chromatography is a isolation technique and separation. Isolation means we are remove the proteins from the impurity also. Yes. From the non-proteinous uh, molecules like carbohydrate, lipids, and other ionic molecules. Yes. So once the salts are included, okay. So the space between the gel beads uh, only in the space will allow the uh, corresponding sample. So we can determine the pore size. We determine the pore size by altering the concentration of X Yes. So likewise, we can separate what type of proteins we want. Yes. Okay. Okay. This is called why we need a VT, why we need a VO, and why we need a VM, and why we need a VI. This is more important. Without knowing this value, you never make a uh, column containing gel beads. Yes. Once you successfully make the column with containing gel beads, the separation is very easy. Yes. Okay. Then how we make the column containing gel beads? Okay. Before we know the some value, why we calculate the VT? The VT is more important. The VT is the gel bed volume. Yes. The length of the column is inversely proportional to the VT. That means if you increase the column length, the resolution is very good. The resolution is you got good math. Suppose if you reduce the column size, you can not achieve the resolution. So, what type of column size we can fix uh, for the corresponding protein will indicate the VT. Yes. You know very well Bayes squared H is the famous formula to find out the volume of cylinder. Yes, volume of cylinder. Yes, I think you know. Okay. Okay, this value will give a VT. Yes, and VO. VO means this VO more important. This VO will allow the substances completely excluded. completely excluded from the gel page. It's more important. Yes. This VO will determine the volume of sample as we require at the time of separation. The volume of sample is called VS. Yes. The VO will give how much volume of is required at the time of separation. That's called VI. The VO will give VS. Yes, more important. Suppose if you are using a low concentration of stationary phase, the VO is greater. That means you are going to separate the large size of molecule. Suppose if you are using a high concentration of stationary phase, we got a small size of pore size, so the VO is reduced. That means if you are going to separate small size of protein, even small volume. Yes. The VM is more important. That means you know very well what type of stationary phase you are choosing is more important. Hmm? Whether you are going to separate large molecule, you can choose agarose or agarose based. Suppose if you are choosing small size molecule, you can using polyacrylamide gel or Cefadex. Yes. This mass of VM will give how much of stationary phase is required. Will indicate, and also this stationary phase concentration will also determine the VT. Finally, all factors are affect the VT. Okay, and the inner volume is more important. The inner volume is will indicate how much of polymerization takes place. Yes, how much of inner volume. Suppose the inner volume is large, means it's it allow the large molecules. So we cannot attain the KD is equal to 0. Yes. So for the purpose we need this value. Yes. Here, here easily represents means finally we got a V alpha. V alpha is more important. V alpha represents the total liquid volume of the bed. Yes. And also we need the volume of buffer is required, volume of sample and time. A lot of factors we can know before starting the cell perimeter chromatography. So finally we got a V alpha. Yes. V alpha represents total liquid volume of the gel beds. That means V alpha is equal to Vi, here VO, here VO is there. Yes. VO plus VI. VO plus VI. That means VO means a space between the gel beads occupied the liquid, either sample or buffer. Yes. And also the inner space of the gel beads also receive liquids, either the sample or buffer. So V alpha will indicate V0 plus Vi are excluded Vt minus V. Otherwise denoted as like, because we are subtracted the Vt minus Vm, so you got the all spaces in the total bed volume. Yes. Subtracted the mass. This is the good way to find out the V alpha. This is the another way to get the V alpha. This V alpha is more important. It will indicate how much of buffer you are using and how much of sample you are using. You find out the V alpha. You can the V alpha divided into two parts. One is volume of sample is required, volume of buffer is required. Yes. Okay. In other words, V alpha denotes volume of buffer is required to elute the sample according to their molecular weight of the substances. Neither absorbed nor interacted. It's more important. You know very well, stationary phase containing some sulfhydryl groups or some functional groups. Those functional groups are directly interacted with the molecule also. So neither absorbed or not interacted. All molecules are completely excluded. Yes, by using the buffer. So we want volume of buffer. Yes. So those molecules are present and distributed in the VO plus VI. VO plus VI. Okay. The small molecular weight of substances such as adenine, lithium urate, dinitrophenyl aspartate are used to measure the uh, V alpha. Yes. Uh, Before we start the gel chromatography, we must know the V alpha. For finding the V alpha in the column, we are using adenine, lithium urate, or dinitrophenyl aspartate used to measure. Means we are making the adenine buffer, lithium urate buffer, the buffer to apply, and finally we find out the V alpha. So once we find out the V alpha, we can prepare the buffer according to the volume required. Okay. So finally, this is the column alone. Yes. Finally, we got a VE. VE means volume of elution. Yes, volume of elution. It's more important. How much volume of sample, how much volume of buffers can elute. Yes. This will indicate the success of gel perimeter chromatography. Otherwise, indicate the KD. Indicate the KD. Yes. Okay. That means volume of elution is directly proportional to VO. Yes, because you only consider the molecules excluded, only molecule excluded. Why means we can separate based on the shape and size, a particular shape and size. Yes. So other molecules are get included in the gel page. Yes. Only we consider the VO plus the distribution of the small molecule in the volume of inner space. It is called KD into VA. We also conclude. Yes. But this distribution of the mass molecules in the space of the gel beads uh, after elution. After elution. Yes. So after elution of this inner small size of molecule and also wide volume of molecule finally will give volume of elution. Suppose the volume of elution is more important, volume of sample. Yes, you know already VS. The volume of sample always equal to volume of E, the chromatography success. Suppose the volume of substances is greater than the VE, the chromatography is wrong. You know very well some of the molecules are already binded or stay on the gel page. Yes, will indicate Vs greater than the yes. But Vs is not greater than VE. This option is not possible here. Yes, only in the equal, this equal will indicate the exact separation. This only possible because the volume of sample is always greater than the elution. So this phenomena is not happening and not possible to apply here. Okay. Okay. Finally, according to the V, we calculate the KD. This is more important. This is the distribution of sample. Okay. The KD is equal to, here simply explain, VE minus VO. That means what you are getting, how much amount of samples are there in the gel page. Yes, and also otherwise inversely proportional to total volume minus VO means you got amount of VE, you got it. Yes. Okay, this is the basic phenomena we are using. So thank you for watching.